What is up? Welcome back to another episode. I've had gotten a couple requests to go step by step to show you guys how to open up headlights and how to seal them and how to de-chrome the pieces. So in this series, we're gonna go over step by step on how to modify your headlights. Let's go. So as you know, I recently modified my BRZ headlights, and these were the OEM headlights. Throughout the years, I've racked up a bunch of parts on my garage, and just with the idea of eventually modifying. But because I modify my OEM lights and I don't have another set for the OEMs, and I had ranked up a bunch of FRS and 86 parts at some point, I ended up getting a set for 86. And even though this is different, the plugs are different, but that doesn't matter because I'm gonna show you with this headlight how to open it up properly, how to seal them back properly, and how to de-chrome all the chrome part on the inside. So let's go. This episode will be how to open it up. The first thing you do is you're going to set your oven to 220 degrees. I like convection oven, and that's why I use this one, because it's very easy to work with and also it heats evenly. So as you can see here, I have my two wood beams that I use usually to put my headlights. So right now is up to temp. Let's throw it in there. When you put the headlight in the oven, make sure that the headlight is not touching the cables per se. They're not going to be touching anything. So I usually just tuck them in here. Make sure that they don't go low. And also when you put it in, make sure that the headlight itself is not touching any of the corners, above, below, on the side and the back. And then you should be able, I have a little clearance here. So it's clearing, the top is clearing, the bottom is clearing, and the back is also clearing. So I'm good to go. Let's close it up. 10 minutes, give or take, and then we'll be able to open it up. Let's go. All right, so this is the 10-minute mark. We're going to now remove it from the oven. Now, what I did is I put some regular gloves, plastic gloves, and then some, I guess you can say heat-resistant gloves, so I don't burn myself, because this is going to be very hot. So you have to be careful. I'm holding it with one hand, closing the oven, turning it off, and we're gonna go to my bench. Once in my bench, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we remove every screw that there is. Once you make sure that all the screws are out, some headlights may have some screws in the middle, not this ones that I'm aware of. So we're just gonna go ahead, and this tool is super important. I got to know these, thank you to Next Level Neo. These are super important because what we're gonna do with this is we're going to use them to pry after we use a little bit of help from a screwdriver. So we're gonna use this first to pry it a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and insert that tool, and we're gonna use that as leverage. And don't do that. That just means that my butyl is still warm. It's not hot enough. So we may have to bake it. No, I think it's good. I think it was just, this is an old part. So this is a clear example of how you should not pull too hard and just do little by little, or else this can be a disaster. Thankfully, I don't use this light, so I don't have to worry about it. But if you were to use this one, you'd be in trouble right now. And yeah, this is hard. I don't know if I should put it back, but I see that the plastic, the butyl, is really not molding itself. Although this is also an FRS, they might be different than the BRZ. But as you can see now, it's starting to pry open. So what we do is we keep the screwdriver, and we use the screwdriver to clean up whatever excess there is. So that way we're able to clean it up and not let it seal back up. So we go around the whole perimeter, and we continue to work around our perimeter until we're able to just pry it all open at once. Keep an eye out for these pieces, because these may get warped, and that's how you end up with condensation coming in, because the water will open. So I always try to just, I mean always, the few times I've done it, I try to clean it and open a little bit, move on, clean up a little bit and move on, clean up a little bit and move on, and then you'll be able to just securely open it. Once I'm done with one side, I try to open a little more, put the screwdriver on one side, and then continue to go around, so that way I don't lose the momentum. As you can see now, it's starting to be easier because one side is already without the butyl, and then no longer need the screwdriver, but I will be able to just pry this open. Don't forget the tabs, remove the tabs because it's hot, and then you'll be able to just continue to pry it open with the tool without the help of the screwdriver. You could still use a screwdriver, but at this point half of it is open, so I can just use kind of like force. But then remember, don't warp any of your plastic, because then when you try to reseal it, that's how you get in trouble. This is the easiest part now, because now you can just pry it all open. Don't try to use too much force, because again, you may warp it, and then use your screwdriver still to clean up this mess, because you don't want that to go into your housing and then be a mess on the inside later, and then easier to open it. This is the part where you want to just pull outwards, or inwards rather, because otherwise it's not going to come out. But as you can see now, I can wiggle it around to let it come out, and there it is. You have your projector housing, your lens with the actual chrome part. And so there you have it. This is the easiest way to open up your headlights. This process takes about, including the open time, maybe 11-12 minutes. Shouldn't take you more than a minute to just open it up. And then yeah, so step 2 will be dechroming it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.